All right. Hope you enjoyed the in-depth conversation and explanation of SMX, but let's get back to our regular 30-second board. Some other hot topics in the sport. We'll start with this. Kaden Braswell. It's a good story building here. He was a quick fill-in for the Troy Lee Designs Red Bull Gas team. I feel like he's earned a shot to stay with the team, but he's going to get it one way or another because Moseman and Brown, they still have injury problems over there.
Yeah, this is great. He's gotten so much better so quickly. And I think it's been a little bit of a struggle ever since he won that AMA Horizon Award at Loretta Lynn's National Championships. The bar was set really high for him. And Supercross, I don't think went exactly to plan for him. But ever since this Pro Motocross Championship took off, he's gotten better and better and better. So this is great. It's more opportunity for him. And as you know, we've talked about this many times, he's one of the most unique personalities in the pits. And for people to get to see that and talk to him and maybe learn a little bit more about him will be great.
He's so polite and so nice. It's shocking. You've got to experience this, folks, with interviews or maybe meet him during autograph session. But yeah, he's progressed from a top 20 to a top 10 guy. So good news there. Even better news, if we can get some injured riders back. We think Jason Anderson, I talked to Bruce Sternstrom, the racing boss at Cowie at High Point. He thinks Anderson could be back for RedBud. We don't know yet. But Anderson's posting, he wants Super Pro Motocross Championship points. Now, he's being sarcastic about the name of it, but I know Anderson is very, very serious with the financial side of racing. He doesn't want to miss out on this money.
Yeah, he's one of the more frugal riders that I've ever come across. And when you have this big of a carrot at the end of the road, and for Jason Anderson, let's be honest, if he comes in healthy and prepared into September, he is a legitimate threat to win each of these races. So I think he knows that. I think he, didn't end the Supercross Championship the way he wanted to. He had a bunch of races in a row where we had more questions than answers. And I'm sure he wants to right that ship. And there's no better way to do that than get started at RedBud, build some momentum leading into those playoff races and make a real run.
We think we're hearing the same type of thing with Chase Sexton. That was a huge loss for the series in motocross. Everybody wanted to see the Tomac Sexton Jet Lawrence battle. We've basically had Jet up front by himself. Honda is thinking that Sexton, the plan is to come back at RedBud. This would be massive all around.
Yeah, this is awesome. There is literally no downside unless your name is Jet Lawrence or Aaron Plessinger or Cooper Webb, right? He adds a lot to the series. He adds intrigue. I think he's one of the only riders that can truly push Jet Lawrence to his limit. And I'm not sure that we found his limit, but I think Chase Sexton can push him to explore it. And it's going to do nothing but add to the storylines in the series. It's going to make the racing better. And I hope for Chase Sexton, it's something that he's seriously considering. And I hope we see the 23 lineup.
Yeah, that's the good side. The bad side is we have heard that his young 250 teammate Chance Hymas tore his ACL after High Point while riding, and he's going to be out for the rest of the season. So a pretty solid rookie run sadly comes to an end for Hymas. He'll be back next year with Honda. Let's go direct to RedBud now. 50th anniversary for a lot of things in this sport lately, including RedBud. This should be a heck of a party. They're going to have a Legends lap. Well, they'll do laps of the track. Our own James Stewart going to come out of the TV booth real quick. Not to do the lap, sorry, everybody. But he is getting into the RedBud Hall of Fame. So this should be a fun weekend.
This is great. It's America's National. It's 4th of July weekend. It's the 50th anniversary. We just saw Team USA win the Motocross of Nations there last October. So there's a lot to celebrate. There's a lot to be thankful for. And I think we're going to see a historic crowd. Hopefully we see that same level of racing that it deserves. And weather looks like it's going to be fantastic. So we're set up for an all-time RedBud event.
Yeah, I'm hearing some people theorize that High Point might have been the biggest crowd they ever had. So if we get something like that at RedBud, look out. And there are some track changes for the 50th anniversary. They're back to the old start, the pre-2018 Motocross of Nations start, and some changes by Larocco's Leap also, JT.
Yeah, I think the start and the change to Larocco's Leap are the most notable of these. The start is definitely different. I raced there, 15 years or so with this fast left-hander that you definitely have to think a little bit about. I think I don't know if Justin Cooper will be racing, but he was a guy that would always kind of go towards the middle of these starting gates. And you make yourself a little bit vulnerable as all of those riders sweep outside. You can get caught up in first turn crashes there. So for the riders who have never raced with this start, they're going to have to do a little bit of thinking, a little bit of strategizing. And then for the leap, I think it's going to open the door for more 250s, right? So who does and who doesn't decide to take this jump? And there's always the risk. We see riders each year come up a little short, break a wheel, and that can be a championship ender right there. So they've got to find that kind of Mendoza line of if you can or can't jump this Larocco's Leap.
Yeah, we'll see how the layout transforms the racing once we get there. If you want to watch, we're back to Peacock and the SuperMotocross Video Pass if you're outside the U.S. Race Day Live presented by Motorsport.com. That's our qualifying coverage that starts at 10 Eastern on Saturday, and the motos start at 1 Eastern on Saturday. Again, Peacock or the SMX Video Pass will be myself, Jason here, and James Stewart back in the booth with us. Hope you enjoy the 50th anniversary at RedBud. We're going to be there. It's going to be a heck of a time, but if you can't, be sure to tune in. Should be a good one.
Hi, folks. Lee Diffie from NBC Sports here. If you truly enjoyed what you just watched, you can get more news, interviews, and highlights by subscribing to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube page. You can get it all, so go for it.